All right, everybody. Southern Liberty Construction here doing another fence repair job for a client. Just wanted to go over a couple things with you guys. It's very important to make sure you're paying attention to what you're purchasing, what's in your contract, what the contractor that you're hiring is saying they'll do. If you don't pay close enough attention, you can have things happen where you're not getting what you should be, or the quality of work that they're quoting you for is a low quality, and what they're doing may not last you long term. A perfect example of that is this fence here. They charged to do this side and this side, I don't think like $1,800 or so, and that price is a little high for what this client got. If you notice, these are 6 foot 4x4s. And you can see they're treated. It's hard to tell, but you can see the bottom of this one here is rotted off because they didn't put it in any concrete. Usually when we're digging our holes, we'll put the holes a little bit deeper than we need them to be, and we'll fill it down in the bottom with rock to allow water to drain away from the timber so that it doesn't rot out. But the other thing that is a problem with 6 foot 4x4s, depending on the height of your fence, you can see this is the ground line right here, and that's about 12 inches. That one's about 12 inches. This one, actually, that one's about 10. This one's about 13 and a half. And that's just not far enough in the ground for stability for wind and everything. Now if you look down the wall here, you'll notice, I mean, it's pretty dead on with the wall here, and we do that by pulling a string line all the way down and squaring it off to the house so we know exactly where the posts need to go. The other problem here, as you can see, they only poured concrete about 4 inches down around the post and let the rest of the post excuse me, got a little bit of cold, sit in the dirt. Now if you notice, these posts are all dead in line with each other, but as you come along down here, it may seem like it's a little off, and you can see where the tall grass is. Down towards the end, it's about 1.5 feet away from where the fence is going. They eyeballed this. They didn't use a string line. That's pretty apparent by the fact that you can see where the fence used to be and where the string is. The string is perfectly straight with the house, but the old fence was not. Now they had 2 ends of the fence done for privacy, and they had nothing back here. They did this themselves. They just put some metal stakes in and then bought some fence panels and leaned them up against that. We're gonna go tighten that up for them. Next time we come back, we're gonna fix, there's 2 panels over here and there's 3 panels here. We're gonna fix all that, get it all straight, and make that end match this end over here by pulling a string line from here all the way out and squaring it up in this corner, so that way we know that this whole section will be straight for them. And then there's a cattle fence down there which comes with hinges that we're going to put a couple of posts in for them and make that operational. You can see our holes are about 2 feet deep. That's typically about how far we go. In this area, it percolates really well, so we didn't feel the need to put any gravel in the bottom of the hole to allow the moisture to pull away from the timber. But our concrete is going to go in the bottom just about 1 inch or 2 to help keep moisture off the bottom of the treated lumber, and then that hole there will be filled with concrete to the top. or right about, so probably about 2 or 3 inches low actually, so we can get some dirt around it so you don't see the concrete, and that will allow for a ton more stability. We got started late yesterday on this job. We had to tear these panels down, and we're going to pull the 2x4s off and save as many of the good slats as we can to help them cut cost on material. And then we're going to reuse some of those, and then we're going to pressure wash them and treat them with a waterproofing agent, which these also had not been done. The other problem here is in reference to what they got, the cost of what they paid for would have been accurate had they gotten higher grade material, and they did not from this particular contractor. I have no idea who the contractor is or who did the work, if they're licensed or not. But you have 2 typical types of fence paneling, 3. The third one is not used widely because it's expensive. You have Doug fir, which is what these fence panels are, and you have cedar. If you're not going to treat the lumber, you need to go with cedar to allow for the longevity, a long life on the material. If you're going to use Doug fir, cut cost, you need to treat it with a waterproofing agent like Thompson's Water Seal or something of that nature. But keep in mind, if you're going to do that, your cost is relatively going to be the same as cedar, although we do like to treat the cedar as well. The other problem is they use Doug fir 2x4s instead of treated 2x4s. We're using treated 2x4s and treated 4x4s, and then we will replace whatever we aren't able to save with Doug fir and then treat that. So actually you can see the pile that we've already started making of the timber we're trying to save to help this customer cut costs. So this dirt here will be used, by the way, to fill in any hole leftovers around the pipe, the post, and any extra holes that may be in the yard, just as a courtesy. We don't like leaving the dirt just laying around everywhere, so we try to, like, here's a hole over here, we'll fill up. But if you guys need a quote on fencing or anything else construction related, feel free to give us a call. Check us out at www.facebook.com/SL Construction. You guys have a good day.